What's up, YouTube? E4 here. I'm gonna go for a little walk and show you what I've built at 2,000 days into my world. So as soon as the light comes and snap a screenshot, we'll go for a little trip across the planet and see what I have. Before I start, I'm just gonna mention that I'm set on PS4 here, so I'm only playing under what came with the game, no mods or cheats or anything like that, just what came with the game. And when I say that, I'm on a stock world. The only modification I've ever put on this world is world size. We've upped it to large. So I'm down here at the Walrus Camp. This is my winter substation, where I just have the bare survivable materials, enough farms and drying racks to survive the winter. I'll take that. A couple of tools. Maybe I won't take that. Alright. So, I bring the bird up in the winter. Before I take off, I said this is the Walrus Camp. Here's where the walrus lives. I contain them in. Put a couple of pigs in there with them so they fight all by themselves. I don't have to worry about chasing him across the map or him getting lost and running away or anything like that. There's even a Tam O'Shanter in there. Old Walrus Camp is over here, some remains of some chests and stuff. There's still full of things there, so I haven't moved them yet. Just down my cobblestone walkway here, I have Dragonfly Camp. Nice little trap. Hot and cold, not that I use the hot much, but some walls to close us in. Keep some armor here. Healing equipment, that sort of thing. You need a couple of helmets, note to self. Flingomatic for that sort of stuff. She's just to my left now. Don't need to go poke at her for this video. To my right, I'll show you real quick. I have a tooth trap set up for the hounds in the winter. I'm not going to walk over there. It's a bit of a walk and it's just a tooth trap. So, warm up, cool down station. There's a few of those. A little hot and cold, just in case you're traveling through the seasons and the season happens to change, depending on what you need. I do include a crock pot also, just in case you happen to be hungry. That's an unused sinkhole. Nothing really close by at that, nothing convenient to go to. At this cooldown station, warm-up cooldown station, I'm going to take a left. We're going to go show you what I built at the portal. What we built at the portal. I can't take complete credit for this. I did have a helper. I don't like having new players enter that have no idea what they're doing and just taking my stuff. So I've built this death trap that weeds out the players that can't really hang. You know what I'm saying? When I choose to enter the world, I put a couple gems here, my telelocator, and I just show up. When somebody spawns in, I show up. If they do live, and I don't like their attitude, we just set the place ablaze. I love this little... Oh, sorry. Sorry. I like this little area. I had one of the librarians read the books. It's wonderful. I'm going to turn my map up right this way for a little Mr. Potato Face over here. He's a little Picasso work of art. Sorry, I'm a map turner if you haven't noticed. Continuing down the cobblestone road, we're going to come up towards the main camp. But first we have my safety fire pit for where I use to light for the bee queen, which again we have some tentacles to help out with the fight. Fire pit's there for warmth also, because I usually fight the bee queen only in the winter. On the left and right, flanking the entrances to the camp, I have a good selection of bees. The ones on the left are a little farther out, so I'm not going to walk over there just yet. A couple of fossily entrants where you enter into the scale chests with my magical area. I'm not going to open all of them, but I got a lot of feathers. We got a gem chest where I keep my precious. Lots of gold, potential gold, tens. I see some tens in there. Up to the main kitchen area. Bird's good for eggs and other sorted things. 8 crock pots is usually enough. because I don't have too many people in here. My fire pit and furnace, where I can keep warm and lit, along with light. I have plenty of light over at my chest area, where I have things pretty nicely sorted. This end selection is just kind of some random junk I've thrown all together here. Most of my chests, as far as raw materials, have like raw materials, grass in the front, and refined materials at the top there. Armory, I have head armor, and then no log suits, I'm dry right now. Some weapons, along with weapons and ranged weapons in the middle. This is all tools. I keep like axes and shovels, miscellaneous stuff. This is all wearable items, from winter warmth to spider hats, sewing kits, winter warmth, that sort of stuff. This is all turf that I've dug up and I don't feel like burning in case I feel like putting anything down or stuff moves or whatever. My chessboard. Potter's wheel's only here because the chessboard's incomplete. Somehow I don't have the rook yet. Yeah, it's a waiting process. Anyway, we're gonna continue on. My grass. Oh, how convenient. There's a fire pit right here. I have fire pits throughout my camp just in case I need light or any extra warmth materials, or I'm running through the camp and it's too cold. Whatever. So yeah, I have my grass. This is a new player area, which is kind of used up because I had some players in here recently. But when you enter my world, you will get a pile of raw materials along with a walking cane, thermal stone, map scroll for a complete map. You have light. You also get Tam O'Shanter and Eyebrow. The other ones on the top there I will refill eventually, but you get a full set of armor. And that. If I decide you're tough enough to hang, and you can return, you want to return, I have what I call my repeat offender area. I have open sections of chests for you to take your new stuff, because I don't expect you to carry all that crap. Put a door up, take a board, place a sign with your name on it. Somebody forgot theirs. And that space is yours. Whatever project you're working on or things you have or your stuff, you can keep in your own little area. And that's that. Nobody messes with it, because this is usually a private world. I have two grass areas. One of my twigs burnt down quite some time ago, and then they introduced disease. So I moved the twigs and doubled the grass. Over here I have telelocator areas for the main camp, and sleeping, and telelocator enough for two. Kind of surprised these bats have gotten through, because I have built-in bat control. These are usually enough to take care of most of the bats. That's why they're there. Yeah. I also provide a little bit of food, if I so choose. Okay, back through here. More drying racks. Up this way, I have another eye plant. That's not intentional. It's gonna disappear now. I'm gonna change my hat. This is my spider farm where I collect silk and healing items, but today it's food. Enough of that. I can collect food later. And those guys are noisy. Noisy. Okay, let's head back into camp now. Just gonna take a quick cut through here. Sorry for doubling back and forth. Okay, so I've been through that. On to the science area. At 2,000 days, I don't need to prototype too many items, so I separated all my stuff. I come in here for gifts and miscellaneous stuff. New players, they have access to all the scientific scientific needs, along with weather stations and moon dials and anything like that. I don't even think there's anything in that chest there. That's just for miscellaneous. I'm another fossil guy. So over here, I have my zoo, Qualiphant, Beefalo, pigs. The pigs tend to get out if I don't put little walls in. You can't wall up to the edge of the map, so I had a friend sacrifice himself to me. God rest their soul. And now I keep all the animals in. All except this one bunny whose house is too close to the wall and spawns outside. We'll take care of him later. I do have moles. Moles are a good food source when I want to make honey nuggets or anything like that, or even meatballs. Emergency food source, I'm able to cook them up. Speaking of meatballs, I should eat. I'll change my hat once again as I head to my personal protection area. This is used mostly just for hounds, and I have warmth and a wall to keep me safe. That should be repaired. I'll take care of that later. Hindsight, it was kind of foolish to put this Shootius here because it's tucked in and it doesn't fire as much as it really should. It's not being used to its fullest potential. So, up this way I have a bare area that I just basically wall off a whole bunch of tree guards and let them chill there until I lure the bear around. I have different strategies for all the giants, but that concludes most of my camp above ground. I'm not really gonna take you through underground just yet. So, thanks for watching. Drop a like or a follow if you like what you see. If you have any questions or concerns, comments about how I kill giants, anything like that, then be happy to make another video or follow up. Thanks.